internet tenure has been just
Why
filled with so much complaining and a whole lot of wienery coming from people over on TikTok.
I hate
A lot of guys
this.
showing up to Nova's house,
Dead
bringing
ass.
him gifts of milk and other weird shit. But I'd be remiss if I didn't start this video on basically the thing we gotta talk about first and foremost. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm coming to you today with some pretty lousy news, and you can probably see it in the thumbnail there. But Nova's Uncle Drew, you know, the great uncle we all know and love, the guy who actually put the
Rest
boots
in
to Nova
peace,
not too long
dude.
ago. Well, not really the boots, more like the fist to Nova's eye. And this was a guy who really was the only person in Nova's life who was ever willing to tell him off on his bullshit. Nova's uncle was like vehemently always against all the TikTok nonsense Nova was doing and always trying to get him to knock it off. But Nova never once listened, never once honored his uncle's wishes, and if we're being completely honest, Nova has spent the last few years just talking so much smack on this man on his TikTok page or whenever he's live streaming. If the topic of his uncle gets brought up, oh, my uncle's a bigot, my uncle's this, my uncle's that. And this is a man who a few years back, you know, him and Nova were tight. Like they were really close. Uncle Drew would call Nova Spud. Like, what's up, little Spud?
What the hell?
That's it kind of sucks now to look back on and go, look how far things have come. It was all around the 2016 election, too, I believe, or possibly 2020. I'm not sure which one, but one of them really pissed Nova off, and it just severed ties between him and Uncle Drew. And we'll talk more about their relationship in a little bit here, but you might be asking, how do I even know this information? And it's because Nova posted it himself and let everyone know, hey y'all, my uncle died. I love how that's highlighted. In case you missed it, Uncle died, so I won't be posting today. This was his post of the day, by the way, so he did make sure to post, made sure to get that sweet analytical shock value boost, and then he deleted this post. And that's because people were questioning him on, you know, Nova, are you doing this for attention? Nova, what's really going on? Honestly, I don't know why he deleted it. I'm just assuming that's the reason. If Uncle Drew's actually alive and Nova was just lying, this video is going to look really messed up in retrospect, I'll be honest. Because we're just going to sit here and talk about how great of a guy Uncle Drew is. Not really. We'll talk about how Nova is and how much he sucks and how his week went probably after all this. But then you might be wondering, well, Smokey, how do we know that this is actually Uncle Drew? This could be any one of Nova's uncles. And it's because this comment was then brought up by Solidus Nova over on Twitter. And it says, somebody puts, Nova, I thought you hated your uncle. And Nova said, well, that doesn't mean, you know, I still didn't love him. And I think that just sums it up right here, that he is in fact talking about Uncle Drew. If it was another family member, Nova would be sure to be like, I'm not talking about Uncle Drew, it was another one. And I'm also sure with how, like, Uncle Drew is always on Nova's ass about his TikTok shit, Nova would have been real quick to redact that if Uncle Drew was in fact alive. Remember, just a few short weeks ago, Uncle Drew was leaving messages on Nova's answer machine saying, Nova, you little pervert, you better get all my shit down off of TikTok right now. And then Nova called his mom and was like freaking out. Mom, do something, Mom. Like this was just happening recently. But sadly, also we had learned that not too long ago, Uncle Drew had gotten hit, like one of his legs amputated. And I'm not sure the exact reason why, but now knowing what we do and that Uncle Drew has passed away, I'm not sure that it's too far out of the realm of possibility to assume this had something to do with it. I don't know though, I just don't want to make these grave assumptions. I just know that this is the news I'm bringing y'all, and it's pretty sad. This guy just wanted to have his family having a good name, and didn't want Nova to sully that shit. And it's also important to remember that Nova is somebody who claims to be like a mental health advocate. He's always there for people when they need it. But here's his uncle who was clearly down and out, needed somebody to be like looking after him, and all Nova could ever do is talk about how this guy, oh, he's a bigot, oh, he wants me to clean my room and do more for my mom, oh, he punched me in the face because I was like freaking out one time at my mother. Uncle Drew is the bad guy here. And what's crazy is that we wouldn't know about any of this stuff if Nova didn't tell everybody on TikTok or in one of his Discord servers. And with all of that, you also got to see how Uncle Drew was somebody who did not tolerate Nova's bullshit. And this was despite him being at Nova's house every Monday for Monday Night Raw. You remember a few videos back I did on Nova? You heard Uncle Drew and Nova's mom in the living room talking about how, oh, the Steiner brothers and, oh, the War Raiders. He loved that shit. He was chilling over there with his sister or his sister-in-law, and they enjoyed watching wrestling. And so just imagine you're Uncle Drew, you're just trying to go over to your sister's house to watch some scripted action on a Monday night, but you got this chome who's cooking up some horrible smelling food in the kitchen, or he's possibly screaming along to a song in his bedroom on karaoke, and then on top of that, you're getting messages from people saying that he's talking to kids on Discord. Uncle Drew was aware of all of Nova's weird shit, the diapers, the pacifiers, the Discord antics, and that's because he was texting people on Twitter not too long ago. People had gotten in contact with Drew through his Facebook, and he was really happy to tell people that, yeah, good on yous for calling out my pervert nephew. What? What? How is that real? But it was. And despite this guy living a completely different life in a completely different part of the world than most of us, I'm always going to consider Drew a part of the community. A community of people who, don't like Nova's bullshit, So Drew was right here alongside of us the entire time. And it's sad to see him go, but off to the pearly gates he goes. This isn't a fucking joke either, by the way. I'm not just bullshitting you guys. Apparently Uncle Drew did pass away. But in my heart, I am hoping this is all one big fake. Knowing Nova, it very well could be. I would love for Drew to have just gotten on the phone with him and been like, hey, you little pervert, take that down right now. He'll be like, all right, Uncle G, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish that's what happened here, but I don't think it is. But if it is, I will gladly make an update video and let you guys know. While Uncle Drew was going through all this bullshit, though, again, all Nova could do was sit here and feel sorry for himself. Kind of like you see in this video coming up right here, where he talks about his depression and talks about why he can't, comprehend why people on the internet don't feel his pain. They don't resonate with him. And it's still just another classic example of Nova not seeing that the internet sees him as just another run-of-the-mill predator.
So, hey. I just want to have a heart-to-heart, because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff behind closed doors, and it's just something I need to get off my chest for a while. Many of you don't know this, but I was diagnosed with depression in April of 24. I've been on medication for it ever since.
It's mad long ago.
I was also diagnosed with anxiety about a couple months ago. I'm also on medication for that. It seems like I've been having a lot of control, no control over my mental health issues. And it's something I need to get off my chest. I just wanted to open up about my mental health issues to my fan base because, as I've said, I've got barely any real friends. IRL, so...
What the hell?
I've really been struggling. And I just wanted to say this up front because it seems like everyone's turning a blind eye to this, so... Hopefully you guys have heard me out. It's just my depression's gotten so bad lately, and... I don't know if you can tell, but I've lost my motivation to shower, and I find comfort in eating. That's why I'm so fat. This is what happens and what depression does to people. Fuck depression. Anyways, I'm not gonna even sign off because this is bloody serious. Anyways, that's all I gotta say.
Man, I don't know how many times I've said this in one of my videos, but mental health is really a serious thing. If you need to talk to somebody, please find someone close to you. And if you don't feel like there's nobody to talk to, I guarantee you can go find a phone number and there will be someone to talk to. But when it's someone like Nova, a person who's been caught preying on kids as many times as he has, it's one of these guys who he'll throw this stuff at people anytime he wants to get some sympathy or he wants to get shit deflected off of him. He'll go, oh, my mental health, I feel real down on myself right now. And while yes, he may have mental health issues, it's not cool to throw them at people when they're throwing justifiable criticism at you for the horrible shit you've done in the past. So this video's sole purpose is just for Nova to get somebody to talk to get somebody to DM him, and for the first couple minutes he'll be like, man, I'm sad, I need somebody here, like a shoulder to cry on, and then he's known to switch that shit up real quick, send a Discord invite, start talking really weird, and it's why I always advise people to stay far away from Nova. On TikTok, that's obviously not going to happen. Like, look at that one right there, 51,000 likes. I guarantee you a good majority of those people don't know the true nature of Nova. I only say that because you will see comments of people going, man, Nova, these trolls give you such a bad rep, and I don't know if it's buddy trolling or if these are genuine people, because some of these comments have like 100 likes on them. That can't be real, right?
It's
If it is, that's horrifying, because that's 100 people who go, yeah, that's bullshit, when no, the fuck it is not. But now to go into a lighter subject of, like, you know, not a death in the family and not mental health issues, it's how to not spend your money, how to make good decisions, and one of the best decisions you can make is not buying one of these power cubes that Nova bought right here. You see, apparently there's some great cards in this shit, rare, like insane shit, and
Ooh.
as Nova goes through, I'm just seeing like 4-cent card after 6-cent card after 3-cent card. Like, I think he paid like $25 for this thing, and that's a whole deck right there that costs about $2. And I know you might be going, Smokey, these are for sentimental value, not for money. And usually I'd be inclined to agree with you and go, yeah, Nova strikes me as someone who's just collecting for the fun of it. But no, when he pulled a rare Ho-Oh not too long ago, the first thing he did was went to check how much it costs. So Nova's doing this to try to get a rare card so he can hopefully flip it. And he sure as shit did not get that here. He got a couple holographic cards. That Lugia right there is maybe worth like 50 cents. I have like a whole deck of them. A whole bunch of energies. Like, this was bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, never buy the mystery power box. You can find these at Walmart, and I have already said too much because you might be going, why are you even telling people where to find these? I don't even know why I just said that. Save your money and stay far away from this shit.
Let's play. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
Yeah, nah, I won't subject you guys to any more of Nova's should I open it or should I keep it sealed bullshit, but I'm going to tell you right now, the people in the comment section have been asking him a very important question. How about opening Indeed? How about opening a job application?
That's such every comment.
How about we put the Pokemon cards to the side and we start opening up these applications to become a line cook at a bar somewhere? And Nova decided, you know what, fuckers? I'll do just that.
Okay, I am sick and fucking tired of these comments showing up on every single fucking video I post when I am actively looking
His hair's like actually wet. Ew.
for a job, but nobody wants to fucking hire me. So, I've had it. I'm gonna show you proof that I'm actually applying for jobs. First up, bakery assistant. They viewed my application, never heard back. Also, cook at a Mexican restaurant. Applied. They
I wonder why.
probably hit delete on my application before they even viewed it. Next up, line cook at a local bar. They viewed my application, yet I haven't heard back. Hotel housekeeper at a local hotel. They never viewed my application. Even Taco Bell hasn't even gotten back to me yet. And as you can see, these were all
No, but deadass, you're never gonna find a job on those fucking websites. You have to apply like on their website. Shit's like millions of people probably apply to the exact same shit as him. Like, how is he gonna get it? And if they literally click one button and search his name up, he's fucked.
applied for within the last week. So stop with the get a job comments, because I'm actively working on it.
And he quits his
FML.
jobs.
So Nova is showing proof that, look, here's my Indeed, here's like all these applications I'm filling out, I am looking for work. But as we've described it before, he's only looking for jobs to work like part-time, maybe once or twice a week, just to get his mom off his back so he can spend the other 5 days dicking around in his bedroom and singing karaoke. It doesn't matter if they pay like anything. Like he'll probably tell them, "I'll work for free. Like I'll work for food. Doesn't matter to me. Just get my mom out of my fucking ear." So he can go home, do food reviews, and they basically pay for themselves because he's monetized on TikTok again. So him eating a
Oh my
bunch of
God.
wings will probably get him enough money to buy another thing of wings. You get what I'm saying here? The job is just, it's an excuse. It's something to wave in front of his mom and the trolls and go, "See, I am doing something with my life." But let's go down the list of the things he was looking at and think of like how he would actually fare here. Hotel housekeeper? I don't know about that. Matter of fact, I absolutely know you would suck at that, considering how the state of your own room is. A lot of people out there may have messy rooms, but compared to you, Nova, it's second to none. Like your room has black stained floors.
Mine's aight.
I don't know how you can stain the floor so badly that it just becomes pitch black.
I think
but
black
you've
stains.
done it. Like King Cobra would love that shit. Goth people probably would hire you to do that for them full time. Maybe that's a gig for you. And then it's basically all restaurants. The line cook at a bar, which I already mentioned. That would be, he's already seemingly done that at the French soup place. Can I get a French onion soup, please? He has experience in that. I'm not saying he'd be very good at it. There's a reason he's not still working at that other place, but that's one he signed up for. And then not only a Mexican restaurant, but also Taco Bell. So this dude, he expands, he transcends all types of food barriers right there. And would you want him making your Mexican food?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Would you want him making any of your food? Probably not. But definitely not Mexican food. Probably not Chinese food either. Or Italian. Or French.
Today I'm lighting off my first firework in over 5 years. Just a disclaimer, please be careful when using fireworks. Don't be dumb and stupid. Walking down with my firework, the Tiny Titan.
The Tiny Titan, huh? the Tiny Titan. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the jokes write themselves, or you can write them in the comment section below. But Nova, that's shocking to me. He's like, it's been 5 years, but it's finally time to light off a firework again. What are you, a dog? Are you afraid of them? Why haven't you lit off a firework in so long? But he does right here.
I wish I
and he
could.
has this really whoa, crazy reaction to a fairly normal firework that you've seen.
It was
a
pretty
million
cool.
times.
Let's light it. Place it down.
I wish you could just buy fireworks in Australia. Where do you buy them
Got it.
illegally?
Whoa, shit! Happy 4th, everyone! Holy shit! Oh, this is going on for pretty long! Is it almost done yet? How is it still going? Okay, get the frick away, get the frick away!
That would
How
be
is it going
sick.
on for this long?
Lighting your own shit.
That was worth it!
He lit his lawn on fire in multiple places. Maybe that firework was more badass than I thought. Nova loves it. He's like, hell yeah, that was totally worth burning my lawn. That shit ruled. Let's go, America. Despite, Nova not really liking America that much, but, fireworks and hot dogs. Woo! 4th of July, baby. So do you remember in last week's Nova video where Nova said that he was slowing down the food reviews? Now, despite them being what he was known for, Nova said he didn't like how his body was looking, and it was time to get to a new form of content, such as Pokemon card openings. Well, that only could last for so long. Only so many packs can be opened before you get that hunger and that need for 2 McDonald's sandwiches, but not just to eat them, to merge them together, to create a new type of sandwich, and to record it all for the world to see. A week after you said you were stopping food reviews. Nova, come on.
So I just had an epiphany while my hot tea is steeping. What if I took a McGriddle and a McMuffin Basically, I swapped one of the halves and created a McGriddle McMuffin breed. So I got a sausage McMuffin to try this out. Alright, let's go ahead and start the swap process. Alright, so now we got McMuffin, cheese, sausage, and McGriddle bun. Let's try it out. Bon appetit.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
Those two textures do not work out. Going back to the normal way. Much better. A soft bun like a McGriddle versus a harder, crunchier bun like a McMuffin, they just don't go together. I can understand why McDonald's has never made this. It's not the best, and unfortunately, it's getting a 1 out of 10. Novine Universe, signing.
And once again, this food review seems like it really made no sense, but was only there for you to have an excuse to order not one, but 2 sandwiches from DoorDash from McDonald's this morning. Again, this goes back to the job thing. This is just to get Mom off his ass. Mom, don't be mad. I know it's like the 4th day in a row I've done this, but I'm recording it for TikTok, Mom. Like, look at the comments. They love me. Well, not that one. Not that one either. Not this first whole, 20, but somewhere deep down there's someone who loves seeing me just chow down on these McMuffins.
We're trying more items from Houston, Texas Hot Chicken.
What the hell?
But before we do that, let's try the cucumber watermelon lemonade. That is so good. Give me a gallon of this. I'll drink it in a day. It's that good. I need a moment with this lemonade. Give me a sec. It's so good. Now we're gonna try the tender and waffle combo.
What the hell?
It's a little sweet, and that chicken helps balance it out. But now, let's try the coleslaw. Alright. Give it a shot. Doesn't taste like too much.
Yeah, I let that play on for way too long, but you get the message. Nova is just continuing his food reviews, and he's going back on everything he said. Now, I want you guys to remember something. About 4 or 5 months ago now, Nova said that all the people were going to be eating their words in about a year's time, because in 1 year, he was going to come back and be down 100 pounds. And well, he still has about 6 months to go, but I don't know, he's not making very good progress, but maybe Nova will prove us all wrong. But remember at the beginning of the video where I said there was a lot of wienery going on? Well, you might even be wondering, what does that even mean? What is that word? It's just weens. People who show up and, try to fuck with Nova, try to get involved in his real life. But to show you guys where all this stuff started, we gotta go over to TikTok, and we gotta go to Nova's own live stream, where he was sitting in his backyard, twiddling around with his paracord bracelets, and some people drove up in their car and decided to start screaming over Nova's fence. And eventually, one of them just screams the hard R N-word at Nova. This kind of takes him back a little bit. He's stunned for about 5 to 10 seconds, and he yells something back at them. And then after that, Nova's just really, really taken aback. He can't catch his breath. He's clearly really fucked up over this. And then he ends the stream.
Read the sign! No trespassing!
Joe.
You too, bitch!
That's so cringe.
Fuck me sideways.
How is he in the right? How are you letting him be in the right? Jesus Christ, kid.
So, I mean, what do you even say about that clip? The meditation after being called a hard R. I mean, it's the little hat with the sombrero and the little. Is that a sombrero? It's a cowboy hat. I'm sorry, it's a cowboy hat. It all fits perfectly. It's just a mess. It's a mess in the Novine universe, and it's a mess of Novazone creation. And it got even worse when some dude named the Milkman decided to show up delivering tons and tons of gallons of milk to Nova's front
You got
door.
mad milk.
Congrats, dude. You just gave Nova so many, cups of milk. I know you might think I'm like, Smokey, you're no fun. Seriously, Nova will drink all this. Like, you just fed him. Good job. But again, though, I have to mention 320,000 likes on a video of guys just showing up and putting milk on Nova's front step. What is TikTok anymore? And why does it love seeing Nova get fucked with so much? I don't know, man. The internet's a crazy place, and these videos always make it seem a whole lot crazier. But at the end of the day, Nova was posting all this shit, people were showing up to his house, and I was gonna make a video talking about it anyway in like a week or so. But then, of course, the news dropped that Uncle Drew had died the other day, and again, if people were still skeptical, wondering, like, is this true, is it not? I'm, erring on the side of it being true. I've seen some other Facebook posts posted by people who apparently know Uncle Drew, and they were corroborating this as well, and I can't imagine Nova's too, happy right now at all. It's still his uncle at the end of the day, but it's also pretty shitty how Nova's been treating him the past few years. Nonetheless, that is the Nova update, everybody, and I know it was hard to get through this one, especially after the news of Uncle Drew got through, but that's what's going on, and I hope you guys can stop by Too High for Stupid this week, this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a good one, and yeah, I can't wait to see you guys there. Based on the past few videos, I can see a lot of you guys are not fans of the AI music, so I'm not going to start the video with it, but considering, it's an Uncle Drew.
The past couple of weeks have not been great for Nova or the Novine universe, I guess. His Twitter account was suspended, his Quora account was leaked, his PC was bricked, and of course we're starting to see Nova slip back into his old ways. What's up, boys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Medusa if you're new here, and today we're going to be talking about Nova and some updates that have happened in the past couple of weeks. I know my last Nova video was like a month ago, and I know I really haven't posted anything since then. I did post a video a couple weeks ago, though. That we're not going to talk about, because today we are here to talk about Nova Online. One of the things that I saw, because I don't follow his YouTube at all, is he got a MetaQuest 3, and I'm not sure how much.
Hey YouTube, so I'm still testing the waters on what to post here, because let's be honest, I want to build a more respectable fan base here rather than on TikTok. Yeah, if that's something you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. I've posted Arcade Online here before, and it seems to be really successful, so we'll see what we do from there.
Now, I've known about Nova's YouTube channel for a little while. I just haven't really had any interest to delve into the content, because this is exactly what it's like. You got him trying to promote his channel and sneezing within it and just keeping it in. You can cut it out, buddy. I leave some goofs and gags in my videos to breeze some authenticity into it sometimes, but I'm not going to leave my snarling screeches in the video just to prove, wow, he's really just a disgusting freak. Now, Nova's YouTube channel is his attempt to try and rebrand his image, which I don't think that's going to work out very well for you, buddy. He hasn't been posting on TikTok a whole lot, but he's been doing some stuff over on his YouTube channel. It mostly
What the hell?
is gaming related content, and it's I don't know why you would tune into Nova of all people for gaming content, especially in these really overly saturated niches. I'm always confused whenever Cyrax or Nova decides, yep, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not good at games. I don't have good camera quality. I don't have good audio quality. I don't have an interesting commentary, but I enjoy playing games even though I suck at them, and I'm just going to post it, and then I'll get upset when I don't have instant success. And the reason why Nova might not have instant success is exactly why a video like this exists, and it's how people like DSP gain the notoriety of being a air quote game journalist who doesn't know how to play any games. This is literally Nova's A+ content.
On this episode of First Look because I cannot find my capture card. So that's why I am filming vertical on my phone.
Yo.
I'm getting my ass beat.
Yes. Hi there.
Oh my god.
Hi there.
Why did I have to be the one to suck at Tetris?
It's so dead ass.
Almost to Tetris.
Yo.
I might be cooked.
My.
Yeah, I was cooked.
2 is
I'm locked in. Like, I am locked the hell in. Got a double there.
double biscuit.
Ah, my Joy-Cons are twisted.
Twisted?
I'd be lying if I said I was good at Tetris. I'd be lying if I said I was good at Tetris. I actually kind of suck.
So this is the type of content that Nova decides, yep, this is what I'm going to rebrand my entire image around. Me being bad at Tetris. He can't even beat the bot in the game. Now, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm some Tetris whiz, but it literally looks like you're watching a baby play the game. He is incapable of... It's showing what pieces are coming up next. That way, you can plan out your moves. He doesn't even care. His whole point of making a video like this is to try and be like, I don't know, first to the punch for a game, or to try and garner some attention from the game. But at the same time, your capture card doesn't work, so you have to record it vertically outside with the speakers on, and you just know there's some neighbors sitting next door, and he's like, oh man, the indestructible blob is outside playing on his Switch again. Dear Lord, you can hear the nice little anime sounds going off. It's very cute. Now, obviously, content like that, A+, everybody's looking for it. You know, when I'm on YouTube, I get some weird recommendations, and I literally don't think that competing with like other channels that have like 100 views on a video or something, Nova's content I don't think would ever get recommended to people. I really don't think that there is a market at all for anything like this. But Nova, he's not deterred. He is determined to win this game and be an influencer in the gaming sphere, even though he's not good or really has any interest in the games that he plays.
Hey YouTube, so I've been really enjoying the First Look series that I've been doing on long form content, so I got a Gamefly subscription so I can do more First Look videos for you. I'm very excited for this.
The sheer fact that Gamefly still exists, if you don't know what Gamefly is, I remember seeing ads for it back in the Xbox 360 and PS3 days, where like it's like a subscription service that you can like rent out a game and then return it and get a different game, and you know, it's like a library system that you're paying for the ability to rent certain games so you don't have to pay full price for them. But the fact that it exists still, even though most consoles are moving away from physical copies of games, is confusing. And obviously we'll get into it here in a second, but Nova somehow, he complains that he never has money and he needs to pay rent and do all these other things, but at the same time, he constantly is just surrounded with frivolities that he doesn't need. And that includes his Switches, that includes his Pokemon cards, and now he's moving into the sphere of PS5 reviews to showcase new items that exist that you can work with your PS5.
This, you know that you do have to have a PS5 to have this.
What
so
the
it's
hell?
not a standalone console. So if you just wanted the PS Portal but not a PS5, then this is not for you.
So he purchases the PS Portal, and I've seen reviews of it, and I've seen different people talk about it. It seems
That's so
like
cool.
if you're really into gaming, you like your PS5, it can be a good on-the-move type of option. I don't think it's necessarily designed to compete with something like the Switch, but it's also it's also not designed to be purchased by somebody who doesn't have a job and never brings in any consistent income, but he's gonna go out and purchase a multi-$100 system thing in order to showcase it in one video and say, actually it's pretty cool. Now his review, I'm starting to get back on board a little bit, because part of the problem with people like Nova and people like Cyrex and other people that want to review games or whatever, they don't know what makes them interesting. Therefore, they fall into the same shtick of, this has 2 joysticks. The buttons are over here. It's just boring. Who cares? But when their personality peeks through a little bit, ooh, you got a gem, baby.
So, I have had the PlayStation Portal for a little bit now, and today I'm going to be sharing my experiences and my thoughts on the PlayStation Portal. Now, my first impressions on it is, this thing is actually very, very comfortable to hold, but when you're like laying down and playing it, and you're like playing like this, it feels a little bit awkward. But also, the cons, sometimes it is pretty awkward to hold when you're laying down.
The man who literally cannot look down at his stomach is complaining that it's too hard to play while laying down and looking at your stomach. Just the idea
look at the room.
And it's kind of crazy because he's got a shelf, right? You know, you can set the little console thing on your stomach and then just look at it and play your game. Some good stabilization. Your arms aren't going to get any tired. But no, turning your head like 45 degrees to look down, that's just too much work for Nova. It's too difficult. He gets way too tired doing something like that. And I also want to point out, you know, he's playing The Boys in the background, and it's like, you know, and it makes you a bit ashamed to also be listening to that type of music whenever you find out different people like this are intermingling within that community. But I just thought it was really funny. The guy who literally has a built-in advantage in order to, plop anything he needs on his gut in order to stabilize it. It's just too much work for him. It's just too much. But all that considered, game reviews, system reviews, whatever he's doing on the channel, he's still finding success one way or another.
Hey all, it's Nova Cadre. I just wanted to thank you all for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is absolutely crazy. I never thought I'd get this far. 95% of the way there to a silver play button.
No
way. Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if Nova has, like, dyslexia or something. He's got 5K subs and says that he's 95% of the way there to 100K.
Oh my god.
You got those numbers flipped around, buddy. I know. Trying to figure out what 5
I didn't realize
or
I'm dumb.
100 equals as a percentage, it's difficult. It's really difficult to try and filter that content out. I understand. And obviously, the majority of people that are paying attention to his channel are just trolls or just people interested in the confusing that exists in the internet realm. But he's not gonna reach 100K. I really don't think so. Like, the content for the most part is really mundane, and it's fortunate that you get these random moments here and there that just pop out and you're like, ooh, maybe there is something here. And it just so happens, as the title of this video suggests, Nova is trying to repair his computer. I think he has like a power issue or something, and he's trying to put in a new power supply. And it goes about as predictably as you would expect Nova trying to fix his computer would go.
Whoa.
Holy shit, this is a pain in the mother ass. This is my computer. If you haven't seen my latest community post, do that for some context.
So essentially, the context is that
I doubt that he had the same case as me.
TikTok,
As
because
in, like,
apparently he
jump.
edits his TikToks on his computer, not on his phone. And so, because he had a power supply issue and the computer's not working anymore, he hasn't been able to post consistently.
Why does he have scissors?
And that hence also why he had to record that Tetris video early on vertically on his phone and then just post it raw because he wasn't able to edit it. Now, I know the struggles of having an underpowered or non-working PC in the past. A long time ago, like over a decade ago when I first started making content on YouTube, I mean, I had like a Toshiba piece of shit $230 laptop that literally couldn't even run like the most basic games on Steam. It couldn't run anything like that. And I was using like Windows Movie Maker in order to edit things. But that's still somehow more effort than anything that Nova has tried to accomplish since his computer has been having issues. Now, in the background, he's watching like a tutorial video or something to try and follow along and take out his power supply and
it's not that hard,
power
dude.
supply, and he just keeps on getting frustrated.
Unplug it and then take it out. You don't need
Against
scissors.
the case, that's totally fine. Just be careful not to hit anything with your hand as you remove the cable.
Okay, I think I might have forgotten that. Let me check.
It's the complete being out of breath for me that really pushes it over the top. He literally is sitting on his
What the
couch, you know, rotating 5-10 degrees every once in a while, picking up his computer that probably weighs like 15 pounds. And so it's too much strenuous work for the boy. Now, he's getting frustrated because he can't figure out what he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to fix things. I'm not a computer whiz. Me personally, you know, this might scare the hoes in chat, but I don't have any desire to ever purchase the components of a PC and putting it together. I'll just buy it pre-built.
It's mad fun.
Sorry to all you PC enthusiasts out there. I can't be bothered, and if I mess something up, and nowadays it seems like it's a lot more streamlined. I remember watching like tutorial videos way in the past of people putting together PCs, and it feels like a foreign language to you. You would think you would take a little bit more time than going out and purchasing a power supply and then just turning on a random tutorial on YouTube and saying, all right guys, let's get into it. Let's fix this bad boy. It seems like a recipe for disaster, and obviously that's exactly how this is going.
Ouch.
Yo. No way he's not gonna cut the wires. Oh, he zip tied it. He has better cable management than me. Oh my god. Yo.
Alexa, turn down the temperature.
Sorry, what device?
Cancel.
Like, for real, dude. It's getting way too difficult that... Alexa, turn the AC down to 0 for the love of God. Don't you hear me panting and dying over here? I just had to pick up the scissors and cut off some support for some wires. I really don't know why he's doing that, because my understanding of everything that's going on here is he has this existing PC and is trying to fix it, trying to update it. Now, why would you go through the effort of ripping out every single wire that is attached to everything inside your computer, cutting away supports of where wires are running? Seems a bit counterintuitive, and then you're going to get frustrated when things don't work out perfectly, and it's the perfect encapsulation of somebody like Nova, of really anybody that I've covered on this channel for the most part, where like, they're just helpless. They like can't do anything. It's everything that they try and embark on is a failure, and it's like absolutely insane. It's kind of like when you watch the Browns or the Lions not win a game in a season, and you're like, it's almost impossible for that to happen. You would think you'd be lucky enough to just stumble into something, and these guys just never can.
Oh, I felt it wiggle.
What?
I felt it wiggle.
Unplug it.
I got it. I got the CPU power unplugged. But I am not dense. Water destroys electronics. I am not dense. Guys. I have to unplug these cables right here?
Holy shit. Dude.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm trying. Fuck, why couldn't Best Buy just do this? Because of all the freaking dust in it.
Oh, the dust. They couldn't do it. What?
Just the physique, the aura that's going around all this. We find out some little lore. Our little man tried to go to Best Buy to get them to replace this, and they said, "This is too stinky and too dirty for us to bother with. Please leave our establishment. We're going to take a picture of you and hang you up on the wall so that we know not to service this man anytime he comes into our establishment." And it's kind of crazy. I've never used like Geek Squad or anything like that, so I don't know what their policies necessarily are. But if it was just dust, you would think that they'd be able to get past that. I'm imagining that there's some grime, there's some dirt. You know, Nova probably doesn't understand that there's a chance that they might be able to slip into the hard drives and see what's going on there, and that seems like a recipe for disaster for this man. So he's frustrated, he's upset, he's huffing and puffing. It's too difficult, and then he has the audacity to ask the chat, which is just full of trolls, "Hey guys, should I unplug this?" Nah, Nova, take your scissors and cut the wires off. That way it can be wireless, baby. You know, you stuff those somewhere, you put the plugs in, and bing, bang, boom, you got wireless wires. If only somebody would have convinced him to do that.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, guys. I know jack shit about power supplies. And here's all the mumbo-jumbo bundle cables.
GG's.
I'll do this on my own time.
So he literally streamed for less than like 20 minutes trying to figure all this out. And that's the thing, it's like, these people just put in zero effort of research, of trying to figure things out on their own. PCs, once you start to like get into them a little bit, become much more apparent. But like, once again, I don't want to be the one that's going to mess up my PC. I want to be the one taking scissors to my machine and voiding the warranty of anything that exists within there. I'll pass on that, Chief. That's not down my alley. That doesn't seem like something I really be interested in. But Nova can't figure that out. And also, I guess it would kind of be a shtick of him just being like, "I don't have the money to hire a professional to do this, blah, blah, blah. I gotta do it all on my own." And it's like, well, I guess it's free entertainment for the rest of us. Now, he eventually gets something put together, and he releases a short showcasing the sounds and the inability of the computer to actually run.
Oh my god.
It's
Yo.
not one problem, it's another. So
There's
the
something
first
in a
thing I
fan.
tried out didn't work, so I tried a second one, and on my TV, all that's showing is my PS5.
So for some
You have to
reason,
click the
his
fucking-
computer setup is sitting on top of storage bins. That sounds pretty good. And then just throw your $10 monitor on top of that bad boy, and you're ready to game, baby. That's the Cyrax setup if I've ever seen one. And I'm making a lot of comparisons to him today. I apologize, but I feel like in this particular realm, Cyrax is the upper hand. So it's no surprise that these two might overlap together with their own thoughts and originality. But it sounded like, I don't know, like a weed whacker's going off on the inside. It doesn't sound like something's properly connected, or maybe there's wires in the way of fans or something. I don't know what's going on inside there, but it doesn't sound very good. Now, unfortunately, there's a sad ending to this video, and it's the fact that Nova made another community post claiming that he was able to fix his PC and that now it's operating. So we'll see if he comes back in full force trying to post new things. But this was an initial dive into his YouTube channel, see what's really going on over there, because I haven't really explored